Believe was not mining for a little while. But yeah, we want you guys to get in contact with us because we want to find out what people in esports are doing, and we want to unify everyone so that we have one esports, one awesome esports Canada.
And where can they find that show?
You can catch us every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on esportscanada.tv, the exact same Twitch you guys are watching now, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, and so straight into this game in the bottom right-hand corner of Entombed Valley, it is our green Protoss, Clarity's Believe.
And fighting for his life in the top right-hand corner, it's his opponent, the purple Protoss, down 0-1 in this matchup. It is exioNAmour. exioNAmour? I forgot that there was an N there. exioNAmour.
Like Axon.
Oh. Thank you, Songers.
You're welcome.
So we see a very quick gate coming out by Believe. So it looks like he doesn't want to sit on his base and fight for every scrap he gets. He wants to put the aggression forward quickly. Only a couple seconds ahead of exioNAmour.
So it looks like Believe dropping that gate early doesn't want to be kind of caught with his pants down in the last game where there was 2 proxy gates coming out of his base.
You know what? It feels early, but it's because we talked so long. I felt like it happened right at the start of the game.
Yeah.
But it didn't. They were like mining for like several minutes while we were talking.
Darn it. Anyways.
It felt like it was 3 seconds, right?
However, you know, just wants to be prepared, not letting something like that happen. Although he did defend it very well, it's not a situation you want to find yourself to be in.
Yep, already getting the gas, both players. Very similar builds coming up for both these players. If anything, Believe is maybe a little bit quicker. But both these players happy to get an economy and build some pretty standard builds so far.
And it looks like here, Cybergate going down, Cybercore going down for both players. Believe still just a little bit ahead. He is mining his gas right now, but only with 1 probe. So doesn't really need that much gas. I think he's just going to get a Warp Tech and try something else. In the meantime, we see that Amour is going heavy gas, wanting to tech up very quickly. So it's sacrificing minerals for gas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bruh? I don't know what you're saying.
You could have all those probes on the mineral line, or you could have them in gas. You decided to get gas instead of minerals.
All of the probes, really.
All of the probes.
But they're all of them. Anyways, Zealot's going to be chasing this probe here. Probe getting a nice scout. Believes to be able to see exactly what's going on in Amour's base. Decides to let get a couple of free hits here. Might actually be taken out if the angle is good enough, but doesn't seem like the probe is going to die.
Does escape with his life. I'm not sure if he actually spotted the second gas. Doesn't know if he's playing against 1 or 2 gases. He himself is opting to go for a little more production, getting a couple more gates, and Warp Tech is halfway done. So the sentry is out for Amour, so he should be able to defend against any sort of aggression up at his front that comes early, like we see right now.
This seems really interesting. We have 2 Zealots coming across, moving all the way into Amour's base. He does have a sentry up, and he is chrono boosting the warp gate. And he also has another stalker following through. 3 gates almost being completed as well. This does seem like some early pressure is going to be happening right now with this probe going to be setting up a nice set force field over there, but the pylons are still going to get up. Sentry's not going to do enough damage. These pylons are going to get up. Warp Tech is almost done. This rush is going to be really hard to defend for our pro.
But with this many sentries, he's going to be able to delay the army of Believe for a very long time, and if Believe isn't careful, these sentries might actually start hurting Zealots. Wisely canceling that one pylon before it finishes. The Stalker and Zealot almost try to sneak in, but they just don't get in time. All he needs is 1 unit to skirt up past that force field. And Armor is building as many sentries as he can. He doesn't want to let anybody into his base, and wisely playing very stalwart defense here.
Nice sentries over there, and now Amour feeling very comfortable. These sentry energy is going to regenerate, and he's going to be able to lay another force right there, keep the army out even further, and now he's going to get a Stargate up.
This is extremely annoying for Believe. He can't get into the base. He put a lot of investment into this high ground warp-in all-in play, and realizes now he's just going to have to go back and play a more macro-oriented game. At the same time, Amour going for Stargate. So we're going to see a little bit of creative Stargate play, Protoss versus Protoss.
Definitely going to be trying to go for some... And whoa, what's this? Stargate coming out for Believe as well.
What? Carrier?
Carrier battle. I don't think that's going to happen. Most likely we're going to see some Phoenix battle going on here. But, oh, nice trap there. Going to be catching some Stalkers off. Like one Stalker going down. So is a Zealot.
This is a huge pickup for Amour. He's able to kill a huge contingent of that army. Such an expensive army. Protoss cannot afford to lose any units, especially this early in the game. Believe still wanting to warp in as many units as possibly can to put a soft contain on the army of Amour. But we'll see how he's able to deal with this harassment from the Phoenix that are looming.
You know, picking off those 2 Stalkers in the front is actually really good because that just leaves less anti-air defense for Believe. But, you know, with the Phoenix coming out,
bro.
Yeah, who knows?
There might be a little bit of a space on that force field, but not wanting to lose any more of his army. Amour does not want to tip his hand and does not want to show that he's got these Phoenix on the map. He does have 1 Phoenix. At any time, he'll always have 1 more Phoenix because the production started earlier.
That's right. And I wonder what both players are going to think when the Phoenixes meet up in midair. It looks like these Phoenixes are going to try to lift up.
Beautiful.
Going to take out this last sentry. So that's a lot of gas there, 100 gas going down. And here comes the Phoenix push. He's going to use it to be able to lift up any kind of sentry at the front of Believe's base.
Indeed. Now the Phoenix numbers should be about even by the time that these Phoenix get to the base of Believe. Believe's going to have to defend this very well. He's going to have to be very careful. A few units might be picked up along the way. He does get another Zealot. Does extra damage to light units, so he will be able to kill this Zealot very quickly. And Armor's Amour's army is actually looking very large and scary right now.
Although they are
considering
mainly
the
made
state
of
of the
sentries.
game. I just want to say.
Oh, okay. And yeah, and looking at, they're mainly sentries here, so the DPS is not going to be the greatest. However, there aren't any force fields, and these 3 Phoenixes can definitely take out. And here comes the Phoenix. Now, he's going to see the Phoenix, he's going to be like, what? You have Phoenixes too?
It's 4 Phoenix versus 4 Phoenix, but Believe shot first, and now it's 2 Phoenix versus 3, 2 versus 2, and the army of Believe, the Zealots, are doing a great job hacking their way through into the heart of this army of Amour. The Phoenix now are a non-factor. Neither player has any Phoenix, but the Stalker numbers are in excess for Amour. He might be able to push up this ramp. He desperately needs to. Oh, look at all the force fields trying to keep those Zealots up close against his Stalkers, and more Phoenix coming in. Amour is putting some heavy aggressive play on the front base here.
Look at the numbers. There's just not that many units fighting here, but it's just so intense. Stalker against Stalker. More Zealots warping, and they're going to be taking out those Stalkers, and this Phoenix is going to lift up 1, but it's going to get targeted down by the other Phoenix, and it looks like this pressure is going to be over from Amour.
Oh my goodness, but more Stalkers coming in. This aggression is not going to end here. Amour is such an aggressive player, pushing forward, loves his Stalker play. Poor Believe doesn't have much to defend against this. There's just too many Stalkers. I'm not sure if we'll be able to hold. 1 Stalker does get lifted up to remove that DPS, but is it enough? There's still enough Stalkers here to do a tremendous amount of damage. The defender's advantage still goes to Believe, but will he be able to break this?
Look at this battle here. Phoenix versus Phoenix. 3 Stalkers, 1 more getting picked up, and now the Zealot going to be able to get kited by these Stalkers here, accidentally shooting his own pylon, but the Zealots just do so much damage. There's so much micro that needs to go on right now that both players are playing at their limits.
No, 1 more Stalker goes down, another Stalker goes down, a force field goes down before the sentry dies, wisely trying to prevent any more reinforcements and using up the energy before it's too late. 1 Zealot for ire pushing forward with his brethren. These Stalkers are running afraid, but still more Stalkers coming in. 5 at a time with the Zealot, and Believe has to GG out of it. That puts our series 1-1. These games are hectic.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if I can handle this. Thank God I don't have heart problems.